Hello there. Welcome back to another week of the Dev Challenges. We're on week 8 this week. Thank you for everyone who participated in last week's Max Time Challenge. We saw a lot of interesting and different responses, and some that worked better than others. So, if you haven't already, check out the critique video that should be up shortly. So this week's Dev Challenge is an interesting problem. So, you are given an input array of strings. Your job is to check that none of the file names have duplicates. So each element in the array represents a file. And if they do, then you need to append bracket n, close bracket, to the end of the file name, where n is the smallest positive integer such that the final file name is unique. Okay, so that was a lot of words. I'm going to go through a couple of different examples and hopefully that will all make sense towards the end. Okay, so example 1, we have John, Jane, June, Joe. 4 unique elements, so your output would be John, Jane, June, and Joe. Example 2. Input is art, final art, final art, final art. So we have a duplicate there. The output you're going to get is the same until the end, where you append bracket 1 bracket. Okay? With me so far? Next example. We have hello world, and hello world bracket 1. Okay? So, for this one, you need to not only know that hello world bracket 1 is taken care of already, you need to figure out which one to deduplicate. So, if we're stepping through the program, your algorithm should go hello world, unique, okay. Hello world, oh, it's already taken, okay. Now, see which one we can append, and because you're looking ahead as well, you're checking that hello world bracket 1 is taken already. So the next lowest number is hello world bracket 2. Okay. Next example. Hi. Now the output is pretty straightforward. You just simply do hi bracket 1, hi bracket 2, and hi bracket 3. Okay. Now the last one, we threw this in here because it's a little bit tricky and it illustrates a very important case you need to be thinking about, okay? So, hi bracket 1, hi bracket 2, hi again, then it goes back to hi bracket 1 and hi. And the output for this one is hi bracket 1, hi bracket 2, so far it's expected. Hi bracket 3, pretty straightforward. And then it goes hi bracket 1, and then hi bracket 4. Okay, so hi bracket 3 and hi bracket 4 are pretty straightforward. Now, why are we doing hi bracket 1? Well, that's because the rule is the element is appending the lowest n number. And because hi bracket 1 is taken, so you need to append a second bracket to it as well. You can't simply rename the hi bracket 1 on the 4th element here. So you need to append the next lowest element, which is an extra bracket 1. Okay, so that one's a little bit tricky, but we wanted to throw it in there because we know it's a weird edge case, and if we didn't demonstrate this unique property of the algorithm, a lot of you are going to get it wrong. Okay, so make sure you follow example 5 and you take that into account when you're building your algorithm. So one last thing, because as usual you have the input file and you know what the results should be if you walk through it sequentially without your algorithm, what I do recommend for you to do is to walk on paper, walk through what the algorithm is doing to each file at each point in time. So walk through it and write down, hello world, okay, unique. Hello world 2, okay, that's not unique. Okay, then we need to figure out what the next element and what to append. And the reason why I say write it out on paper is because for example 5, it's a very complicated scenario. So once you write it out, it all becomes clear. So make sure you do that. If you get stuck, it's a big hint I'm giving you. But otherwise, good luck. Have fun. As usual, we'll be available on Slack. This problem will be due on Saturday, and submit it like you usually do. Okay? Have fun, and hope it's not too hard this time.